You have come to the end of your journey in San Norman.
This is a shot of me. I've been playing this game all morning trying to get to this hidden wizard mode. I'm finally about to open it.
Here we go. Now, watch, steadily. The flippers are backwards. That's it, it's over. Whew. Didn't do very good on that one. Could have got more points. Let's see if we can get the other mode now. Come on.
And here I'm realizing that I'm just a few shots away from being able to start another wizard mode called Alien Invasion, which is another one of my favorites here. So we're going to see if I can get that one also in the same game.
That was mystery mode. 2 more, 3 more TV modes. Oh, come on.
So what I have to do for this mode, you'll notice I'm trying to hit the ball straight up the middle towards the back. Simpsons Pinball Machine has a little garage there. You hit it to open the garage, then hit to go through the garage, and it'll pop the ball up to the top left and shoot it up to a little upper playfield. And there's 2 miniature flippers up there. And I'm trying to hit it behind this little kind of purple box, which is a TV. That's supposed to be the Simpsons living room. And I have to hit it behind that TV to start a new mode. Then I've got to complete that mode or have the timer run out on the mode. It's a timed mode. You get 30 seconds to do it. And once it runs out or I complete it, then I can start another mode. And I've got a couple more of those I'm trying to go through and complete and get through before I'll be able to then go up there again to actually start Alien Invasion. So hopefully that makes sense a little bit so you can understand what it is I'm actually trying to do with the ball.
Get up there. Go to your home. There we go. 2. One more mode. Come on. My TV mode, final TV mode. Woo! Come on. Come on, let's get back up there. Same thing, we gotta run out of time. Hold on to it. Come on. Get over here. Whew. All right, gotta wait for this timer to run out now. Whew. 2 wizard modes. Come on. Alien Invasion is one of my favorite wizard modes. Okay. Now we gotta get back up there. Come on. Extra ball, come on. No, I hit the extra ball with it. No! Wow.
Extra ball was right there. I had to make it one more shot to the garage. All right. So we saw one mystery mode, or one wizard mode called the mystery spot. That's what I want to show. So we're sitting here, we're playing a game, trying to do the wizard mode. So wizard mode is a series of different shots, combinations you can make. Sometimes it's just like hitting one ramp like 10 times in a row, then it gives you a free ball. Sometimes it's like hit this shot, then that shot, then this shot again. Do that 5 times, and then it'll unlock a different mode. And the mode can do crazy things. If you saw, we got into mystery mode, the mystery spot, the flippers were reversed. I had to switch my hands because the left flipper started controlling, the left button started controlling the right flipper. And so it's like your brain can't think about it backwards. Like you've got to do it this way to have a chance to keep up with it. And then we were one shot away from starting Alien. I'm trying to explain this concept of pinball moments, where you've just completed a very difficult objective or you've unlocked a hidden mode and you're rewarded with a light show and with sound effects. It makes it this magical moment that you never forget when you play that game and you want to try to get back to it. So as we're going through and building our own custom pinball machine, I want you to keep that concept in mind and think about what special moments we can add into our pinball machine. They're a lot of fun, right? Unlocking special modes, getting the ability to play different aspects of the game that you can't just play normally unless you happen to like unlock it. It's very rewarding when you get there. It can be very stressful when you're one shot away and you can't quite get it, which happens to me all the time. I'm a better repairman than I'm a pinball player. So like my score wasn't even all that great. I was kind of focusing on getting the wizard modes. My score wasn't even amazing to get there, but oh well, we saw one of them. So that was kind of my lead in. Like I wanted to just go through that before we started diving into the project today. So today what we're going to focus on is for me it was the first main step in building my own pinball machine. That was figuring out how to make a cabinet, okay, that would work for us. So there's several different ways people will go through and build their own custom pinball machines. Well, really a couple of main ones. And you can either build one 100% from scratch and just do everything yourself from the ground up, which is the route we're taking. Or what a lot of people recommended to me for your first time, and what I recommend to a lot of people, if you can take an existing pinball machine, maybe it's like one that's kind of beat up or an older one you find somewhere, and you can get it cheap. You can go through and do what's called a retheme, which means you're going to take off all the artwork, you're going to strip out the playfield, sand it all down, so it'll be completely, without a theme, without any artwork. The shots will still be the same locations, similar mechanics. You can swap out some toys and change some things around, but that way all the kind of the guts, the core of it, like we talked about, all the wiring, all your switches, all your coils, all your solenoids, all the software, all that can be 100% done. And all you're really working on is just like the artwork. Maybe you swap out the sound effects. Maybe you tweak the rules a little bit right. And then you can say, hey, this used to be, like a lot of people will take the Johnny Mnemonic pinball machine. Horrible movie, right? By most people's standards. It's got Keanu Reeves. Well, what a lot of people did, at least a few people, they went through, they took their Johnny Mnemonic, they stripped it down to nothing. I'll send a link to this. And then they rebuilt it, rethemed it as the Matrix pinball machine, which is the movie they wished it would have been after, right? It's got the same type of shot, same mechanics, lots of toys, but it totally is just the Matrix. So that's a simple way to get into it and kind of try your hand the first time through. I don't like simple. I like just diving straight in. So what we did, and what we're going to show you now, is the cabinet. I actually got it from a friend of mine who had one, who got it from somebody else. It was an empty cabinet. It was thrashed. It had been one machine, then another machine. Anyways, I got a time lapse showing me stripping down the artwork and sanding it down, get it all ready for us to go through and do. We're going to zip through that. Yeah, so that's where we're going to start, all right? Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little bit, got to see a little bit of the action of the Simpsons pinball machine. Yeah, we'll talk more about that, okay? About this machine versus other machines and the way you can lay things out. All right, let's get to the time lapse. We've got a kind of a donor cab here that I was able to find from a good friend here, Michael Eccleston from Quarters Arcade. It is a Medieval Madness that was then turned into a Monster Bash and then just turned into a cabinet that needs a whole lot of work. Sorry, I'm bad with the camera. As you can see here, this wall is splitting pretty good, so that's going to need a bunch of cleanup there. Some wood, glue, clamps, nails from the inside to reinforce it, but I think we'll be able to make it work. Over here is the back box. It's not in too bad a shape. It's got a bunch of dings and all that. A little bit of heat damage on the inside, nothing that can't be cleaned up. The biggest problem really, back over here on this side, is just this corner here. It's got this top layer of the plywood, the veneer layer here that's coming off with the graphics. So take a little more work, but again, not hard. We'll get it glued on and a little Bondo or wood putty to clean up that area. So yeah, I'm really excited. Don't know for sure what the theme's going to be. I've been telling everybody probably Led Zeppelin, just because there hasn't ever been one, because they won't license anything. Of course, that means it could only ever be a homebrew pin, a personal pin, but yeah, who knows? It'll be a fun project anyway. Got other ideas for other themes beyond that. So, all right, I'm going to start with cleaning it up. I'm ready for some time lapse coming up for you guys. So there we are. This is the finished cabinet. We've gone through, put on legs, we got it all sanded down on the sides, artwork's all off, added some buttons. Okay, we got ourselves a simple little start button. We might swap that with something different later on. Okay, it's all sanded down, ready to go. Now on the inside, this is kind of a sneak peek at what one of our next ones is going to be. Is all about power supplies, power filter boards, the basic guts of what we're going to need. And this is just the basic wiring up to the flippers. We'll talk through all that detail another time. So, all right, the cabinet is done. Yay, we've added a lockdown bar receiver, gone through and added in these rail guides. The holes from the original pinball machine are for a different mechanism, a different type of slide system than what the more modern ones use that we're going to use. So we've got other small ones here that we threw in that hold these rails that the playfield slides along. But yeah, we're all set. Legs just screw in. They've got these nice braces here in the corner that the leg bolts screw into. We got some felt protectors behind those to make sure it keeps everything nice and safe. And we're ready to start throwing in a playfield and messing around with the real fun part. Okay, now I know I promised plans for going through and building your own. I've got those. A good friend of mine, John Marsh, known as Wolf Marsh on the forums, he's gone through and he's provided a Fusion 360 file and DXF and different formats. I got a link to that he's provided from his Google Drive, where you'll be able to go through and download plans if you want to go through and cut out the boards yourself in case you can't find a donor cabinet. It's got everything set up, all the cuts you need for the coin box door here, for everything, okay? Everything you need. All this is typically 3/8 inch plywood, okay? This one's miter jointed here in the corner. Some people do just basic butt joints. I think miters are worth the bit and the time to get the strength you need, the rigidity. It's a little easier to put together crisply than a butt joint, but each to his own. There's different ways of doing it. I use a bunch of butt joints on my custom arcade machine that I built. So yeah, there's different ways of doing that. Really pretty simple. We're obviously missing the back box. Haven't hooked on the back box yet because we're not to that stage. We'll catch up to that and you'll watch me go through and do that live. So yeah, in case it's not obvious, I'm kind of going backwards in time, right? Trying to catch you up on where I am. I've already gone through and got some basic things set up and running. My flippers are working, etc. So kind of stepping through a video at a time to walk you back through the steps to get to where I am. And then after that, we'll continue forward 100% together and get to watch everything in real time as I figure it out for the first time. But for now, I'm just kind of catching you up. So there you go. We got our cabinet. Thanks for watching. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below of things you'd like to see. If you want me to go back through in more detail and talk more about actually going through and cutting out your own playfield, like I said, we've got those details and those plans from John Marsh. Happy to walk through those more in detail and talk more about how to cut those out if we need that. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. Otherwise, we're just going to keep moving ahead. The next subject is going to be all about playfield design, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.